Well, this is a Russian image of the far side of the moon. It's about the best, one of the best ones I've seen so far. It's not that, let's see. Oh my gosh. Oh my, look at the size of those structures. Wow. Man, no one don't want us to see anything. Look at that. Shit had to be about 20 to 40 miles tall, at least. That dark deal right there. Oh my goodness. Let's brighten all this image to see what we can see. Check it out. My. Let's use the zoom it. Oh boy. Oh boy. Look at that immense structure. Like I've seen it before, but now I've seen it clear better than I have seen it anywhere else. My. Look at the size of that tube right there. That right there. And even as I took the color off, it's still showing blue. Look at the size of that tube. My goodness, what a structure. It is huge. Let's see. What if I put a filter that gives the UV filter? What is it at? Filter. There. Oh my. That is one heck of a freaking picture. Well, if you're not convinced that there are structures on the moon, and I mean scales unheard of, this is your proof. My goodness. And it doesn't do any justice, the darkening of this. Let me brighten it up. I got to see this. Look at that. It's about the first time I've seen the building or series of structures in full display. Look at that. And the craters on the south and north pole are incredible. There are structures there that dwarf anything we could build. I mean, anything. Look at that, my. dark one. Look at that one right there. Look at that one right there. See, this is the problem with black and white images. If you brighten up the image to show the dark parts, then the bright parts become overpowering bright. Look at that tower with some structure on the top. And the other one, oh my God, well, these are gargantuan, enormous. Look how the pipe goes into that hexagonal hole filled with structures around and inside. Well, you name it. Evidence is I mean, it's all, if you want to find the evidence, it's there. Is that we have some narrow-minded people that doesn't think or know nothing. It's like they're stupidized. I mean, you can't tell me those are little huge rocks or boulders and those are impact craters. None of that look like any impact anything. This is gigantic, molten built holes. From far away, yeah, they look like craters, but in a close range you can see the rims are super built to the rim, I mean to the tip. Look at that. Well, let's show the dark ones in bright. Look at that face right there. Pair of eyes made with the structures. If you don't know what I'm talking about, well, let's one more time. Right eye, the pupil. Left eye, the pupil. Right there. Boom, boom. That's a gigantic face, but it's made with structures. And there is another one here. It's all like a subliminal. If you don't know, what I'm talking about, go watch The Moon is Your Worst Nightmare by R. Peternell. Then you will know exactly what to look for. Once you learn that, then you will find it really easy to see this deal, the faces. So now we gotta darken it to show the bright parts. Remember, this is a black and white picture from the Soviet, from Russia, formerly Soviet Union. I'll just look at the sizes, the structures. Oh man. The day that we can build something like that, well, we would be an incredible race. In the meantime, all we can do is marvel this the reptilians engineering. So that's who they are. Look at that face right there, angry looking reptile face. Let's see if I can give you a good and that will take some getting used to it to know what you are looking at. This is the right eye, the pupil made with those structures. This is the left eye and the pupil. That would be like the mouth. That's this. But there is another set of the same kind. It's, like I say, it's always aligned, perfectly aligned. Look at this tube that goes from here to here. Well, there are all these structures in between. I mean, it's not an inch has been spared there. Everything is built. And the same thing, you find it in every single moon and planet in the solar system. There's not much difference. The only thing is the location. And look, there is another telltale of the reptile type thing. You can see the point is now, right here. Bam. There is another pair of eyes right there. It's like he's in like that, in that position, diagonal. You can see right there, then you see the structure, all perfect geometrical deal. You can see right here, boom, 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 boom. A rhomboid geometry, or diamond shape, whatever you want to call it. You can see that all of them are aligned perfectly, like that. You can see well, I can see how, look at the circular pattern of those holes, on those so-called craters. Check it out. Just to give you an idea how this thing goes, how they build this thing. Look at all this in a perfect circular motion right there. All the holes are in a spiral and in circles. And then they goes in a lattice like that, you can see them. The alignment perfectly. And you can see which structures are aligned with what. Same thing here, look, a patch of rectangular, and then you see the holes aligned, and this tube that goes here, then here, and this is a facility right there. I mean, I can pinpoint everything, and it's so clear. And look, this thing right here with the shape it makes one eye. So another hole somewhere in there makes another eye. And that will be one huge ass face. But it will be faces this way, this way, this way, this way, all like a clock. By the way, the moon rotates like that, not like this, like they bullshitting us. That's bullshit. They don't rotate. The moon rotates like this, clockwise. And this is the axis, like this. That's why we always see the same face. But the spy always change position like a clock, like the needle of a clock. So when you see, you ask the question, what's the real motion of the rotation of the moon? According to his axis, they want to make you believe that it rotates like Earth, like that. When in fact it rotates like this, like that, like a wheel. And what is incredible, that Earth rotates like this and this thing rotates like that. Like that. That is insane. I think that's the only moon that does that. And that's the reason why they don't want us to see that backside. The aliens that are there, the reptilian. Because that's what they are, reptilian type. Let me make it smaller. Just study the whole pattern and you see that they match in every which way. Up, straight down, straight sideways, in circular. I mean, you can see how everything is perfectly correlated in geometrical patterns. You can see perfectly how all those holes are exactly built in a circular motion, in a spiral. I mean, that takes some major freaking talent to create things like that. Look how all these craters are aligned perfectly, pa, 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 straight up. Then it goes like that, and it goes like this. It's straight across. I mean, you can think of every geometrical form and it's there. You will find it. Every single one. It has meridians like we do, like that. And it has parallels like this too. I mean, anything you can think of is there. And the whole, most of them are hexagonal, sacred geometry. That has to do a lot with anti-gravity and other type of geometrical force, geophysical forces. You don't have to be a talented scientist to know this easy. It's just observing. It's all it takes, observation. And really observing what the whole deal looked like. I mean, it's incredible, man. This is incredible, but it's real. It's exactly how it is. And look how the tubes and all this structure goes, I mean, perfectly synchronized to each other. Look at that structure right there. That has a rim that goes to the side, diagonal. That is incredible. Look at that. I mean, you're talking buildings hundreds of miles large. That thing has a face right there. That is a face right there. It's the right eye, the left eye, almost like an owl. But it's made with a structure. It's a little tower that comes out. I say little, but really it's a very large ass tower, probably 10 miles large. Miles, no feet or meters, miles. Look at this structure here. It sticks out like a nipple. Right there. Look at that. Then you can see the semi-rim, or the rim that thing is built into it. I mean, like I say, Dr. Bayron is 100% correct. These are all molten holes made with electromagnetic or plasma energy, high heat source from plasma and electromagnetism. And you can see this semi-ring right here. And the thing is stick out of it. The structure is just so weird. I'm sorry, this one right here. And you can see that it goes like that, but you can see that it goes vertical and horizontal too. You can see all the right angles. It's no craters have never been, and those idiots, those women that comes out in unexplained NASA files, and they try to say, oh, that's the ejecta from an impact, a meteor impact, and the result, bullshit. They have put there so they can debunk the shit to keep the lie alive. And by the expression they had, you can tell that they're lying through their teeth. Like that woman that say that the rings of Saturn were only inches thick. And then there is this huge picture of the ring that are like miles thick with a lot of structure built into them. So please, stop that freaking lying shit, man. Look at this pointy deal here. It looks like a piece of pie, a piece of slice. Right there, and it has this thing, and it has all this deal, and the building becomes, and then there's the face right there. It's just amazing, man, how these scientists are so stupid and blind. Can't see any of that. Shit. Try to find a radar telescope image of the moon. You won't find a single one. Not a single one. And if you do find some, they'll be so pixelated that when you enlarge them, you can see nothing but little squares. That's what I say. This is about the most decent picture I've seen of the backside of the moon, and it's from the Russians, the Soviets. This is from the Soviet era. Because to take this picture, you have to be flying on something, because this is the far side of the moon. The one that was more heavily photographed by the Apollo 8 and even the Apollo 13 being damaged, which, by the way, Dr. Bayron is correct, that Apollo 8 barely touched the electromagnetic field of one of those EMVs, barely came close to it, and the field force around the craft, it peeled off a part of the Apollo 13 side. Now look at the face right here. Look, it comes down, the eyebrow, that's one eye, that's another eye. But it matches this one too. Look, all these structures around, there's another face, two eyes, right there. I mean, I can keep going with this for hours. Look how the structures are all just perfectly synchronizing. I mean, it's just incredible. And those astronauts say that they didn't see bullshit. They were flying, you can see the lander flying so close to the thing. Now what I wonder is how they did to, when they came above that huge structure that wraps around the moon, shown in the Apollo 8 image that Jose Escamilla showed in the moon rising documentary at the end. There is one enormous blue, dark blue, it looked like a freaking anaconda wrapped around the moon. The other one is Phobos. The moon is built, well, all of them are. I haven't found one that doesn't have a bunch of stuff in it. Look at this one, for example, right here. Look at that face. It looks malevolent as it can be. That right there. Anybody that doesn't know any of it will say, oh, but I don't see anything. Well, dumbass, let me show you what you don't see. The camera shows you everything. The camera sees it better than I am with my own eyes. Look at the eye, the pupil, the eyeball, that's the eyebrow, that's the pupil, made with a structure that comes down. Well, these are all structures. Then you look at this one, another reptile pupil, vertical. And that's the eyeball, that's the eyebrow. It looks like and that's the nose, made with a big old tube that comes down here. And you see how it matches like that perfectly, diagonal patterns, and then it goes this way too, like a lattice. You can see the lattice formation right there. It's amazing, man. Like Peter himself, these are artistic entities. Just look at that face. But in reality, it's a bunch of structures. It just had a look. But it's never a smiley face, never, ever. It's like these people were born angry. Wow. If you cannot see that that is a pair of eyes, I don't know what's wrong with you. Many glasses, or I don't know. But of course, from far away and among all those things, who the hell is gonna know? Unless you know about the stuff. Look at this building right here. It's filled to the rim. An enormous ass building. Right there. It's incredible. Well, this is it. Oh, look at that building right there. Look at that. to brighten it up to show it better. That's another pair of eyes and a nose. This way, right here, there's a pair of eyes right there. Right here, there's another pair of eyes. But believe me, not all the pairs of eyes are equal. Some look almost human and some look very much reptile type, and others look different. So you can tell that there are influence of different races there, and they are done for a purpose, which is, you know, if you gotta go somewhere, this is where your people would be in this area, and it's marked with enormous pictographic bunch of buildings built in such a way. And on top of that, it's malleable. They can flatten or they can pop, they can move. The whole thing is changeable on top of that. That's another thing that I forgot I discovered too. Tubes and bridges and shit that look like bridges and that, sometimes they appear and sometimes they're not there anymore. Then they will appear later. Look, there's a face right here. Boom. Pair of eyes. And look at that tower right there, with a rectangular deal on top of it. It's just amazing, man, how much we know. I know already, but how much the human race is being lied to. They just don't want to tell it because they have accustomed people to not believe anything. Oh, make ridicule. Oh, this guy's crazy. He lost his mind. He's weird. It's okay. Leave him alone. Okay. Yeah, dickhead, when it comes to the nitty-gritty, you're not gonna know what to do if you find yourself confronting one of these entities. Oh, I'm so scared. The hell is scared, man. I ain't scared. The only thing I fear is the Creator, and He's not gonna hurt you because He loved you. He created you. You should be afraid of another human. They're the one that can hurt you. And these entities, the only thing you show fear, you lost it right there. Fear and anger, that's the two extremes of the scale. You can't show any of that. You got to be completely cool-headed. Show your love, harmony. If you are harmonious, like I say, you call upon the Creator, they will get the hell out of there because they know what that means. You call upon that light, the light beam will come down and, oh, don't want to deal with that. No, no, no. We don't respect any of that. By killing animals, we are hurting ourselves. Look at that enormous tube right there. It's incredible, man. Look at that. The one that does the eyebrow. So I'll leave you with this face. I mean, there are faces everywhere there. Soviet moon picture, Farside.